Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from group KA44 and we would like to present about the review paper of automatic drainage cleaner. My name is Masiri bin Jalal and I'm the leader of this group. So first of all, for introduction, flood is accumulation of water within a water body and the overflow of excess water. Floodplain inland adjoining the channel of river, stream and also ocean and also other watercourse. And then in Malaysia, flood can be categorized into two, which is monsoon flood and also flash flood. So monsoon flood is the ordinary flood that will happen almost every year in our country and almost happen in the states like Terengganu, Kelantan and also Johor. So monsoon flood happen because of the heavy rain that occur at their country and also the wind and also the monsoon wind. And then flash flood usually occur in areas with rapid development, and also flash flood can happen because of rapid rise in water level, high velocity of water and large amount of debris inside the drainage. And also when there are so many where are so many rubbish inside the drain, so it will cause the drain to be blocked. So that is one of the cause of flash flood to be happen. And then for problem statement, blocked drain, flash flood, smelly drain are often happen, and it is happen due to neither systematic nor strategic waste management. And then also the waste disposed into the sink also can cause blocked drainage, and also the oil inside the drainage is also a problem because of pests are likely to go inside the drain that is contain oil because they like to eat inside that type of drain and they like to reproduce inside the drain. And then when there are oil inside the water, so this is the oil, so the oxygen cannot go through inside the water because it is blocked by the oil. So the aquatic living things will die because lack of oxygen. And then the objective of our study is to study the relationship between the drainage system and the cleanliness of drain, and then to initiate the efficient working system of automatic drainage cleaner in the drainage system each time any impurities appears, and lastly to investigate the effectiveness mechanism of drainage cleaner invented by the past researchers. And then the scope of our study is drainage system and quality in Malaysia and some other places in other countries, and then to study about the automatic drainage cleaner that have been invented by the past researchers, and then lastly to know the benefits of automatic drainage cleaner when it is come to drainage cleanliness. And then our study is important because of it can prove it even reduce the cost of manual labor as well as reduce threat to human life. It is because, as we know, inside the drainage there are so many bacteria and germs. So when human do the cleaning process of the drain by themselves, so the risk of getting infected become high. So it is good to use automatic drainage cleaner rather than manual labor. And then our study can create new ideas for future researchers on the design of drainage cleaner to suit the drain condition. And lastly, they can identify the cause of the flood and ways to deal with the flood. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Falah bin AHMAD Kamil, and I will presenting about materials and methods. Firstly, I will share about material instruments. The material instruments that we use are, we will use Google Scholar as our materials. The benefit of using it are, number 1, it is easy to search for journals and articles because there are a variety of choices of journals from many researchers. Number 2, there must be many researchers that upload journals and articles. Number 3, of course, it is easy to download the journals. And number 4, for the last, the journals can be evaluated whether it is related to our topic. Okay, next, I will share about the method. Resources have been chosen and used to get the articles, so there are the things that are related to the way to complete this review paper. First, the keyword was identified to search for articles, journals, and reports required. For this review paper, for instance, formulates a clear, well-defined research questions of appropriate scope. Second, the journals that related to the topic were recorded by using the database. Then, out of all of the journals, there must be some journals that are duplicates. So, which journals that are duplicates will be removed. After that, the journals that are relevant to our topic were scanned. After that, each journals that have been recorded were assessed for eligibility. The full text articles also excluded with reason for exclusions. And lastly, the journals were studied and will include it in qualitative system or synthesis. That is means all the journals will be assessed one by one and record the results and discussions about the journals, and after that, conclusion of all of the journals that have been studied will be made. Next, it is about method used in schematic review process are including every phase, phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. So, there are the process to complete this review paper. So, for phase 1 is identifications. We need to define the terminology and find existing reviews on the topic to inform about the development of the research questions, identify gaps, and confirms that the effort of previous review were not duplicated. So there are 5 steps for identifications. Step 1, framing question for a review. Step 2, identifying relevant works. Step 3, assessing the quality of studies. Step 4, summarizing the evidence. And lastly, step 5, interpreting the findings. For the phase 2 is screening. Screening is the inclusion and exclusion criteria need to be defined, which was clearly stated. The criteria that will be used to determine whether a study will be included in the search. We need to consider study populations, study designs, intervention types, comparison groups, measure outcomes. Next, what studies need to be done, such as run the search in the database that have been chosen as relevant to your topic. Moreover, the studies for inclusion based on predefined criteria can be selected. Furthermore, the data need to be extracted from included studies, and finally, the risk of bias of included study should be evaluated. For the phase 3 is eligibility. Eligibility is to summarize the evidence from studies of variable designs, and quality is not easy. So, the original reviews provide detail on how the difference between study results were investigated and how the results were summarized with or without a meta-analysis. Next, the result need to be presented and assess the quality of evidence. Moreover, and for the last, the best journals has been chosen and used in order to publish our works. So that's all from me. Thank you.
So continue to the result and discussion. From 14 journal that we had studied, I will explain 4 from that because they have a different type of mechanism from each other. So for the first one, in the work principle, the system basically works in normal way of conveyor system. The system consists of shaft, gears, motor, roller, solar panel, belt and bucket. So the shaft is driven by motor which operate by using a solar energy. So to get the solar energy, the solar panel was mounted on top of system design. The power is collected in IC modulator and supplied to a battery. This collector is provided with the remover arrangement so that easily to handling of waste can be done. So the system also provide with extra arrangement of a grass cutter and GPS camera. So this will help in a good working of system. The GPS camera will be able to work giving a full view of working on screen of computer in the area it will be work. So with that, this will allow the system and working in area where human will not able to work. So this mechanism also have advantage and disadvantage, which is this advantage is reducing time and human effort, and working is a simple construction of model is easy to build, efficient in handling and less vibration. It's also a portability and has a less maintenance cost, and mechanism is adjustable as per height and length of drain line. It's also have a disadvantage is initial cost is high. Okay, this is a mechanical aquatic harvester. So a mechanical aquatic harvester is a type of barge used for a variety of tasks including aquatic plant management and trash removal in river, lake, bays and harbors. So harvesters are designed to collect and unload of vegetation and debris using a conveyor system on a boom. So it's also adjustable to the appropriate cutting height up to 6 feet below the surface of the water. So harvester vary in size and capability. So when the plant storage area is filled, the harvester must offload the cut plants, and plants can be offloaded to either a barge station offshore or to a trailer or dump truck. Okay, so this mechanism also have advantage and disadvantage, which is the advantage is oxygen content of the water is generally not affected by mechanical harvesting. So next is nutrient removal is usually significant because only a small area of lake 1 to 2% are typically harvested. And then the habitat remains intact because most harvesters do not remove summer plants all the way to the lake bottom. So the disadvantage is the area that can be harvested in a day depends on the size of a harvester, transport time, distance to the disposal site, and density of the waste being harvested. Okay, this is the drainage cleaning machine. So this machine helps to clean small or big sewage through its mechanical design and working. So this device is placed across a drainage so that only water flow through lower grade waste like bottle, plastic. So this machine consists of parts such as motor, battery, shaft, lifter, collecting box and other. So due to the rotation of shaft, the conveyor belt connect to the shaft rotates. As the conveyor belt rotates, the two lifters which are connected to the conveyor at a half length of the conveyor start rotating as well. So when one lifter completes one round from down upward direction, it takes all the garbage material like waste bottle, plastic, tins and other, and the grid drops it on the collecting box attached at the back. So the collection rate of garbage will be continuing. So this mechanism also have advantage and disadvantage, which is the advantage is it is reliable and portable, and clean continuously. It's also saving time and development material are regularly locally applicable. So this disadvantage, it's a small vibration occur due to wire brush well attachment, and is able to clean a solid waste only and cannot withstand with higher loads, and it is rust. So the last one is the river waste collector. So it is used in that place where there is waste debris in the water body which are to be removed. So this machine is consists of water well driven a conveyor mechanism which collect and remove the wastage, garbage and plastic wastage from water bodies. So this machine consists of different size of fins in which garbage are going to collect in between them. This also reduce the difficulties which are faced when collection of debris take place. In this machine, one end of fin is a fixed and another side is movable. So with the help of a surf motor, it lift the fin from movable side, and all the waste debris get collected and at 10 placed at the end of boat. So this mechanism have advantage which is minimizing manual stress and reliable stabilizing in the river, and is also applicable to reduce water pollution in river and ponds, and is useful in fishery plan to collect dead fish and solid impurities in wastewater.
So, to conclude this presentation, I would like to say that cleanliness of drainage system is very important to ensure the smooth flow of rate of water from the occurrence of flood and flash flood. And then, problem of rubbish can be solved easily by using automatic drainage cleaner. Next, there are variety types of drainage cleaner, and each of them have different mechanism and also have different function. From our past study, we can see that there are some of the drainage cleaner that are using pulley and some of them are not using pulley. And then there are also one drainage cleaner that are using solar power as their power backup, or to generate the power to move the drainage cleaner. And then lastly, social attitudes and environmental consciousness among communities are important to help to reduce the flash flood. And then our group also highly recommended that future researchers can improve the research framework used, and then subsequent studies also may continue this study by adding other types of automatic drainage cleaner machine. And lastly, future researchers also can compare the result of drainage system and can invent the new automatic drainage cleaner based on their result. So that is all from us, and thank you for lending your ears. Thank you.